What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a little bit of like a first impressions video. So we got some new palettes, some new setting sprays, some new powder that I'm very excited to play with. But we have a lot of newness. All of these products aren't new launches or new releases. They're just new products that I've gotten into my collection over the past couple months that I really wanted to kind of just dive into. Most, if not all, of the products that I'm using today are going to be brand new to me, more like a first impression. Some of them were great, some of them were not. As you can see, we made it through. I love this eye look. Spoiler alert, this is amazing. But some other products weren't amazing. And of course, you'll see that in the video. But I'm going to ask for you to please subscribe right now in the beginning of the video, push the notification button, do all the things for me, and comment down below, what do you think is gonna flop? Do you think the complexion is gonna flop? Do you think the eyeshadow is going to flop? Tell me down below, what do you think is gonna be the floppiest flop of this video? But if you wanna see how I achieved this look, then keep on watching. Okay, so in the past, I have started with my eyes, but I really want to get this complexion fixed because, of course, as you can see, I'm going through it. And, you know, that just happens sometimes. So you just gotta go and accept your fate. But recently, I got the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow BHA PHA Pore Tightening Toner. And I also got the Glow Recipe Watermelon Niacinamide Glow Drops. So I wanted to do these as my skin prep before we put anything else on. I mean, most toners like you would get with like a cotton pad, but I've seen people on TikTok just like pour this into their hands and like put it on. But this is, I mean, it's like heavily fragrant. It smells like watermelon perfume. Like, this is pretty potent, I would say. But I guess I'm just gonna, is that enough? I don't know. Let's do that. So it's very thin, but I mean, I'm just going to kind of put that on. So I washed my face and I'm using a new face wash. I'm using the Exuviance, I don't know, Exuviance Pore-Tight, Pore Cleansing something. I'll put a picture of it right over here. But I washed my face with that. And now I'm putting this on. And I don't think this is going to give you like any instant results. At least, I don't know, it's a serum, so I wouldn't think so. But yeah, I mean, my skin does feel very hydrated. So, I mean, that's cool. Now, the only thing is like this lid, like doesn't, so it's got like a opening, of course. But this lid doesn't like secure it. So earlier I was shaking it to like mix it up. And I opened the lid and it was all in the lid and it got on me. So be careful with that. And the fact that these are glass is just like next level. My face is stinging. Now I'm going to go in with the Dewdrops. So I'm going to do, I don't know. Oh, this is a lot thicker. Let's do two. Let's do 2 drops. And like I said, I've seen everybody on TikTok with this. These feel super hydrating. So, I mean, look at my hands. My hands are super, I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but super reflective. I don't know if that gave me, yeah, no, it did. Like, it gave me like a pretty decent glow. This is burning as well. So I think everything I put on right now is just gonna burn, which is, I mean, whatever, you know? Oh, you can definitely see like on my forehead, like right there, that it definitely gave me like a really nice glow, which is, I don't normally go for a glow, so unless it's like highlighter. The next thing I would move on to is like eye cream. So in my giveaway video with Wesley Benjamin Carter that I won, I got the Laura Mercier Illuminating Eye Cream. Now I'm very excited to try this. As y'all saw in the video, it is thicker. It's like a whipped texture, I guess you could say. But I'm excited. I always put on an eye cream before I do my makeup. And I usually use like the Clinique All About Eyes, or I use the Becca Under Eye Brightener, or I love this is the Tula and Courtney Shields Glow Hour Brightening Stick. So you put this under your eye. It has that little bit of color to it. But love this. So I always prep my under eye with something. So This is, as you can see, really thick, but I'm going to warm it up and apply it under my eye. I mean, it feels very like creamy, but not, I mean, it's not overly creamy for sure. Like, it feels just right. Like, I feel like my concealer will probably lay really well on this. So I'm just carrying that from my under eye to my lid. I usually always do with eye creams. I always try to hit both my under eye and the lid. I know, I don't know, with some eye creams, they're kind of weird. They're just like, don't go on the lid. I'm just like, why? It's the eye. So, I don't know. It feels, oh yeah, like this is very glowy. I can see it just like in the mirror. My under eyes feel very hydrated. Yeah, I mean, so far I like this. This is nice. We'll have to see how like concealer goes on top of this. But for right now, it's nice. Alrighty. We have a new sponge today. So this is, I used my, this is an Ulta sponge. This looks like exactly like the Real Technique sponge that has like the cut. I don't really like the Real Techniques one, so we'll see how this one works. But this is the Ulta Beauty sponge. It came in a 2-pack with that marbled one I used in, I think I used it in my Kkw video. If that's up, I'll link it here. Of course, the Glow Recipe products weren't like primers, so I do want to go in with something just like in the pore area. So I do have this little NYX or NYX pore filling primer, and I kind of want to just put that like in like my pore area. So like here, like my nose. My face feels very tacky, so feels ready for foundation to go on top of, but I'm just going to, okay, about that much. It's in like a lip gloss container, you know, one of those things. So, oh, this feels exactly like Benefit Professional, which, I mean, by now, like, there's so many, like, blurring primers, like, on the market. Like, I think it's kind of hard to, you know, not run into something that feels like something at this point. I don't know how well that did with my pores. I feel like I definitely have seen more blurring with, like, my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, or even, like, my Cover FX Blurring Primer. This one's not really doing anything, but so, I mean, let's move on to foundation. I don't have a lot of new things for foundation. I have a couple shades of this Maybelline Dream BB cream that I kind of want to put this on as a base, and then I have this LA Colors Radiant. I guess this is just gonna be a radiant day until I matte everything down with powder, but this is the LA Colors Radiant Foundation. I don't know about this color, but we'll fix it, of course, later. But I kind of want to put this on first and see what kind of coverage I get with this, and then put that on top. So I have the shade, medium and medium deep. So I kind of want to see which one will work. So I'm going to swatch medium. It's a little light. Then I'm going to do medium deep. Yeah, that one's better. So I'm going to go in medium deep, and I don't think this is going to provide a whole lot of coverage, but I think this will just kind of give me like a little base, I guess. You know, with like these, this has SPF 30 in it, so I'm just going to give this a shake. Then I'm just going to go in. And I don't know, should I go with this? I almost feel like I need to go in with a brush. This is not a new brush, but this is the Clinique buffing brush. So I'm just going to go in and kind of stipple this around, I guess. Okay, so I mean, that kind of evened out a little bit of like the redness I had going on here. I mean, a little bit, like that's kind of, yeah, I mean, sure, why not? But I'm gonna go in with the LA Colors foundation now. This is in the shade Suede. I don't know, I felt like the color was good because it's like nice and yellow, and I love like a yellow foundation, but now that I'm looking at it, it might be a little light. We have a pump, so I'm just going to... I mean, it's a lot thicker than I thought it was going to be. So I'm just going to, I guess, grab the flat end of my sponge. Oh, this is a lot thicker than I thought, so... Oh. I guess... This foundation smells weird. It smells like paint and chemicals, which is, I mean, I feel like all foundations smell like that, so what is going on there? I don't feel like this is like sticking to my skin, and that could have been because I put down that tinted moisturizer first. But yeah, it's like moving. It's moving around for sure. Let me try kind of taking the brush and kind of just like stippling it first. Yeah, that kind of helped. Okay, I mean, it's definitely not full coverage, which it says buildable coverage, so we'll have to test that later, but I feel like this sponge soaked up a lot of it. Like, it just seems to go into the sponge, because, like, that picks up a lot of product, but then when you go on, yeah, I do not like the way this foundation smells. It smells so weird. Yeah, like, it's, like, okay, like, granted, like, I have acne and, you know, a little bit of, like, residualness there, but it's, like, I don't know if that you can see that, but anytime you, like, go on top of it, it, like, moves the foundation. But I feel like I have to go in with the brush first, kind of, like, I don't know, like, stipple it, and then go in with the sponge and kind of press it into the skin. I mean, I'm not loving the way this is looking. I guess blended out, the color's not terrible, but you see, like, I feel like the sponge is absorbing all of my product, all of it. I don't think I like the sponge. I mean, I feel like the swirling, but you know what? I have it right here. I have not cleaned it, so, like, trigger warning. But look at that. I feel like this absorbed all of my product, too. Maybe it's not so much the foundation, and maybe it's the sponge. So I will have to try this foundation out, like, separately. And I guess that's what these videos are for. This is definitely, like, a learning experience video. Yeah, because I feel like it's almost like, oh no, that is so sticky. I was gonna say I thought it like dried down a little bit because it's not moving as much, but it is so sticky. Like, I'm gonna have to probably like set the life out of this with some powder. Okay, so as you can see, I have a lot of stuff peeking through, so I want to see if I can take a little bit more and test that buildable claim. Oh my god, I don't think this is it. I'm pretty sure this sponge is lifting everything. Ew, oh my god, like, look at this. Like, that sponge is not letting anything, like, go on. Because, like, okay, when I go and brush, like, it's smooth. Oh no. Okay, so I don't think I like the sponge. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit with the brush and kind of just, and I think it has oxidized, like, I don't know, like maybe 1 to 2 shades. I mean, I don't want to like keep piling product on because then it's just gonna make everything look so heavy. I mean, I'm definitely like, I know y'all come to this channel and y'all expect full coverage, but today just might not be a full coverage day. And, you know, we're just gonna have to deal with that as best as we can. Yeah, because I can't keep layering foundation. It's just gonna get heavy, and especially like how thick this is, I just can't. I think the shade of it looks better. Not amazing, but better. And I think this is just gonna, I think I'm just gonna have to move on. I'm gonna have to try this some other time, but right now, not living. This sponge, I don't know. I just feel like all of my product is trapped in here. We're just gonna have to move on. I have a new concealer. This is the Cover FX Power Play concealer, yeah. And I got in the shade G Plus Medium 2. Now this is such a yellowy, light concealer, and I love this because you guys know I love a highlighted under eye. This is what the applicator looks like. It's a little ball applicator. I think when this came out, you were just supposed to like do like a dot. Oh yeah, this is this might be a little light, but I mean, and this is going such a long way. I have not dipped back in. There's like a lot of product on this little wand, so we're dotted on, and there's kind of a lot of product. I feel like this is, oh no, I feel like, I don't know. This might get a little bit messy. Now, I guess I'm gonna take my sponge and blend this out. Okay, so that either blended in super well or it ate my product. Let's just go with blended super well, huh? Erase the lips, erase the lips. Ooh, that's a very highlighted forehead. Okay, now, this is, so like, I've said it before, I've been using like these little baby sponges, but I didn't wet one because I just wanted to try this sponge, so Guess I'm just gonna pinch it and go under my eye. This concealer, I mean, feels amazing so far. Like, ooh, and like, I feel like my under eye looks amazing right now because of the Laura Mercier eye cream. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, that looks great. I feel like I might have to add a little bit more. Oh yeah, that is super pretty. Definitely like pretty light under the eye. But I love, you know, I love a highlighted under eye. Before anything creases, with my under eye, I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Lasting Fix Banana Powder. Now, this has taken the world up to storm. So I'm going to kind of shake some into the container. And it looks, oh yeah, so it's like a very fine powder. And I'm gonna take the end that doesn't have like any product on it. A lot is on the sponge. So I'm gonna tap it into the cap. And then I'm going to go under the eye. Oh wow. That looks amazing. I feel so set. Not only that, but I feel so blurred. Oh my god, this is amazing. It's true what everybody's saying about this powder. It's true. This is amazing. Look at that. I don't know if it. Oh my god, no, you can totally see it on camera. It just looks so blurred. Now, again, like I'm just gonna reiterate, like these aren't new products. They're just new products that I've gotten. So I'm just trying them out. I'm gonna let my nose cook a little. But for the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with the Dermablend Professional Translucent Powder. Now, I've never tried this. I work at Ulta and people come in for this, and it's one of those things that makeup artists talk about, but I always try to stay away from white powders. Like, I love my Laura Mercier, you guys know that. The Wet n Wild Translucent Powder. Like, I try to stay away from white powders in general. But I've heard, like, pro makeup artists talk about this. I've heard people talk about this for years. So I want to try it out. And I finally got my hands on it. But this is brand new. So it comes with this cheap little sponge, which is whatever. And it does come sealed. So I'm going to pop that off. I'm going to put some into the cap. I always take my sponge and I always tap this in. So I'm going to grab this part here that doesn't have any product on it. And I'm just going to grab it. Same thing with the other one. Tap it into the cap. And then I'm going to press it. So like my main thing that I'm scared about is this leaving a white cast. I feel like it kind of is. Like that could just be me. So I'm just setting everywhere. I didn't put the banana powder in. No, yeah, I feel like this is leaving a white cast. Like, I feel like if I turn, like you can see it right here. My under eye looks amazing. So I wish the rest of my face looked that smooth. I'm not super impressed. I feel like I'm gonna have to keep playing with this. Like, maybe this will be good, like, under the eye. Like, it'll really set my under eye. But I don't know how I'm loving it for the face. My face does feel super silky. It does feel like it's gonna stay on pretty well. I'm loving this Maybelline powder for sure. All right, so normally right now, since I just powdered, I would kind of go in and set everything. So I have this is the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Setting Spray with skin loving ingredients. So it has hyaluronic acid, coconut water, and aloe vera. It's right there on the packaging. But I've never tried this, so let's see. Ooh, has a very fine mist, a little bit of aggressive mist. Ooh, that smells straight up like coconut. I guess, let's just try her out. You really smell that coconut, like when it's going on your face. I feel like I'm looking a little crazy. So I'm gonna move on to brows maybe. This is not a super new product, but this is a product that I just kind of ran into. I don't remember if I used this or not already in a video, but this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. I think I did, but I don't know if I really want to try any new brow products. I just tried a Maybelline brow product that ended up being more like a gel eyeliner, and I was just not in love with it. I think that'll be our brow situation for right now. I'm not loving them, but I don't hate them either, so we'll just deal with that. So I have a lot of options when it comes to eyeshadow right now, but my loving boyfriend got me the Profusion Kaleidescope palette. Now, this is a Goliath palette. This is, of course, it's more of like a rainbow palette, which I love a good rainbow palette. And I've talked about Profusion shadows in my past videos. So I was very excited when he got me this. He's so sweet. He knows, like, I've been wanting this palette for, I feel like a couple months now, but I never, like, really pulled the trigger on it because you know, as a makeup artist and, like, makeup enthusiast, I have so many palettes that I think some of them I haven't even touched, you know? So he was so sweet to get me this palette, so thank you, babe. But it does come with, all of Profusion's, like, palettes come with a protector that's, like, adhesive. That's not a word, but that has, like, adhesive to it. So I love that because then it stays on. But this is what it looks like once we get the plastic off. So it's a lot more vibrant now. So pretty. I'm loving all of these, like, blue-green shades and, like, these warm tones. But I've done so many warm tones, I feel like, on my channel. So I'm gonna go in with those warm, like, those blue shades and, like, and we have this blue glitter that I think we're just going to have to dip into. I know I don't talk about Too Faced too much on my channel, but I do have the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer that I want to give a try. You know, I'm so stuck on my Urban Decay Primer Potions and my NYX eyeshadow base that I want to try something else. So this comes in a squeezy tube, so I'm going to just squeeze a little out. So that's on. And let's just go right into the shadow. Usually I always start off with like a bone shade, but I really just want to grab like the colors to see their vibrancy. So I want to go into Afterthought. So I'm going to go into this blue and I'm going to, oh yeah, so pigment is definitely there. And I'm going to put this right into my crease. So this is definitely like one of those shades where you will have to build up, which is not a problem for me, not at all. I'm definitely like not one of those people that are just like, it's not pigmented. Because I mean, do you really want like a super pigmented shadow all the time? I would rather have something like I can build than just have like color and then spend, you know, 30 minutes just blending out until, you know, my wrist hurts. So, I mean, that built up very quickly. Like, that is full opacity with just, I think, 2 dips. So, I'm pretty happy with that. I actually think the primer's doing a really good job of, like, grabbing the pigment. So, that's good. I wasn't super hopeful about the primer, honestly, because I think it used to be, like, the it girl back then. Like, I think it was Primer Potion's like rival back then, but I mean, you don't really hear too much about it anymore. I'm gonna take this super small JH40 brush and I'm gonna grab this green. This green is called Fern, so I'm gonna grab that. It's a little dustier than the Afterthought blue shade, but not a big deal. And I'm just going to blend that color with the green a little bit higher. So again, I'm just going right on top of that blue color with the green to kind of give it like that fade from blue to green. I'm gonna go back with my JH31 brush, dip back into Afterthought, and then go back and re-intensify that blue. I'm gonna take this Chic shadow brush, is like a flat shadow brush. I'm gonna dip into this Marina color. Oh my god, that one is super pigmented. I'm gonna grab that Marina color. I'm gonna put it right in like my socket, like right in here. Further intensify that blue. Yeah, like so, something like that. So that way the blue really stands out. That Marina shade really just emphasized that blue Afterthought color and really like deepen things up the way I wanted to. I'm gonna take this JH35. This is like a fluffier kind of brush. I'm gonna grab Thunder, which is like this deep blue navy color. It's not as dark, but really on there. And I wanna hit this kind of like in the outer third and really like kind of flick it out. So I'm gonna pack it first on the outer third. And guys, these shadows have no fallout. Like I have no fallout under my eye. So I guess I'm just going to take the same brush with no product on it and just start kind of like feathering that out. I'm gonna take a clean JH40 brush and with no product on it, just start buffing the edges out. And I do want it kind of far. Like, yeah, like I want it kind of far. I feel like to clean things up a little bit, I am going to take my Maybelline Lasting Fix powder, the banana one, and like we just used earlier, I'm going to take a dry sponge and I'm going to lightly bake under my eye in order to kind of just like smooth everything and kind of clean up the shadow at the same time. So I guess we'll just do some light baking around the face. I'm not gonna leave this on for a super long time, but I do want a little bit of bake because I am gonna go in with the glitter. It's called Euphoria. This looks like a pretty standard pressed glitter. So I'm gonna go in first with my finger. And that is beautiful on the finger. It's got like purple, green, and blue reflex. So I feel like with the color scheme we got going on, it should fit perfectly. Let's go in. Oh my god, yes. Look at that. Oh my god, this is a amazing glitter formula. Like, it's just patting right on. Like, the transfer from my finger to the lid is almost like unheard of. Wow, that literally took me... Let me do the other eye. First of all, this looks amazing. Second of all, I am amazed of how it went on. So that, I mean, look at the material.
Look at the material.
And I don't think I even have any like fallout from the glitter. Since it's like that pressed glitter, it has like some kind of like base to it. Got a little bit like on my under eye, but that's not gonna kill anybody, is it? I'm gonna go ahead and wipe away that bake now. Alright, so I am happily surprised to see that my under eyes are not super crusty. So this is a really good powder to bake with because I just feel even more airbrushed than I did before. So loving that. I'm gonna finish off the eyes before I head on to complexion. So I'm gonna take this very tiny brush. This is the JH39 brush. And I'm gonna grab Murillo and I'm going to hit the under eye with it. So I am dragging this color all the way around my under eye. I'm gonna keep it pretty tight to my under eye. Yeah, so I don't wanna like flare it out too much. With the same brush, I'm gonna grab the darker blue, the Thunder color. And I'm just going to connect the outer edges together. I'm gonna kind of go in and do a little bit of like cleaning up in some places. I do have a new liquid liner and mascara to try too. So I'm gonna first go in with the liquid liner. This is the Pure On Point Waterproof Liquid Eyelining Pen. So I'm gonna first line my lash line. So it's one of those shaker pens. Line my lash line. I don't want to ruin this glitter. I love this liquid liner. This is going on so smooth. It's not skipping. Now, for mascara, I have the Lancome Lash Idole Lash Lifting Volumizing Mascara. So this gives you fanned out volume up to 24-hour wear. It's got a curved brush, no clump, feathery soft lashes, easy removal. So let's see about that, Miss Lancome. Ooh, I love this packaging. Like rose gold packaging, living. So again, I do work at Ulta. And I have sold a lot of these mascaras, but have never tried it myself. Ooh, yeah. Wand is curved. I don't think it's as, no, it might be just as curved as my favorite roller lash. But I'm gonna curl my lashes. I always curl my lashes, and there's no reason for me not to curl them now. So, okay, the curl has been done. Now I'm gonna go in. And I think I'm just gonna use the flip side. I feel like the best way to start off is to use this curved end, which is the way I use my roller lash, is you use the curved end to deposit and then you use the other end to separate. Oh yeah, see, that's so pretty. Now I do have some new lashes. These are from Dollar Lash Club, yes, and I won these in my Wesley Benjamin Carter video. And I've never tried these lashes. You guys know I love my Ioni lashes. Dreams is like one of my big faves too. But these, I don't know. I don't think I want such a big lash since I have so much going on in the eye. But this style right here, this is the style Sabrina. And they have like a little bit of like a flare to them. So I think these might be cute. So I'm gonna go in and I guess I'll just put these on. So again, this is what they look like out of the package. I think they're cute. I'm gonna go in with my all-time fave, my velour lash glue, of course. And I'm gonna start gluing. While I'm putting glue on these lashes, I'm gonna take this time and ask you to please subscribe to my channel. I put out videos very irregularly, but I love to have you here. We talk about everything makeup, some of my favorites. We talk about skincare. We talk about a lot on this channel. So go ahead and subscribe now and you won't miss any of them. Oh, that is super pretty. Now, this band feels a lot stiffer than like my Ioni lashes, but it's not bad. All right, and we have 2 lashes, ladies and gentlemen. I love these. They look pretty, so I feel like that's really all that matters. Ooh, yeah. I love the way this eye look is looking. All right, so like I have this Murillo Twins quad. This is a face quad. So I'm loving these 2 bronzers in here. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and use the bronzers in this palette. I do have like a blush option, so I'm gonna go ahead and not use the blushes in here, but they're super pretty. I definitely like love that one. This is called Gold. This like peachy shade right here is super pretty. Don't love this like bubblegummy one over here, but you know. I'm gonna take my JH06 brush. This is like my go-to like bronzer brush. Ooh. This is, I mean, it's very fallout-y. I mean, which I have told you before, I do not care about fallout. So this is the Beauty Creation X the Murillo Twins, and I love. I mean, the packaging is so pretty. Like, they look gorge, like, on the packaging. Has no mirror, which is not a big deal to me again. But, so I'm going to take that bronzer, and I'm going to first pat it on, and then I'm going to blend. So I feel like this is a very, like, buildable formula, which is, you know, again, not a problem to me at all. This is something that, like, you will kind of have to build up a little bit, which, I mean, fine by me. I feel like I am, you know, dipping in more than I would with, like, my Hoola bronzer palette, the Cheek Leader palette, but, again, not a bad thing. And I am new to this formula. I am new to, like, a lot of beauty creations. I recently went to a store here in San Antonio. It's called, I don't remember what it's called. I'll put it up somewhere here. But they had like a bunch of beauty creations at the store. So I feel like now that it's a little bit more, I don't want to say accessible, because I mean, they're pretty accessible. They're online, but I'm not like a huge online shopper. I am to like an extent, like with products I know, or like brands that I know, like Kkw, or, you know, brands like that. Like I will shop online, but there's new brands that I'm a little bit cautious with. So I do love that a store that I can walk into and like look at the product carries beauty creation. So I love that. I'm just taking a little bit on the nose. Great on the nose. Look at that. My nose looks snatched. So yeah. That foundation, I don't know. Like you can see like some of my, I guess, blemishes coming through. I'm not living for that at all. Love the way the bronzer looks. It looks very like silky now. It's a little patchy on this side, but I'm pretty sure it's like where my skin is like laying. On this side it looks flawless, and on my forehead looks flawless too. And my nose contour looks amazing. So love the bronzer formula. I'm pretty sure the blush formula is going to be pretty similar, so love that. For blush, I have this BH Cosmetics Flower Power palette, and it has all these like pinky shades in it. Now, I'm really drawn to these 2. This is Psychedelic and Dynamite. These 2 colors are so pretty. I'm going to take my JH04. I'm using a lot of my Jaclyn Hill brushes today, which I love. Using my JH04 blush brush, and I'm just going to go, oh my god. That is like super pigmented. Okay. Alright, BH Cosmetics, come through. So, we're not going to dip in that strongly into either one. but I'm going to put that right where we hit the bronzer, and I'm patting, patting, patting. Now you guys know I'm not a super big fan of blush, but you know, it's cute. And I want to put something in the waterline, but I don't want to put like a black or like a white. I have this Urban Decay 24/7 long lasting eye pencil in Vivid, and this is like a hot blue. So I think I'm gonna do this actually. I'm gonna bring my mirror a little closer and just, I'm not gonna make it super like opaque, but just, yeah, something like that. Just like it's like a wash of color, that way like my waterline isn't just like bare. Now for highlighter, I don't have a lot of new options. I have this KKW Beauty Glitz and Glam Highlighter. So this is nice. It's like a champagne-y like pearl color. Love that. I have this Laura Mercier Rose Pirouette highlighter, which I did swatch in my video and I did not love the way it looked. So I have like those two options when it comes to highlighter. I feel like this might be good as like a, because it's so close to my skin tone, so it's not going to give me like a highlight. So I feel like if I took like a fluffy brush like this. So we're gonna test this out on camera. So I'm gonna take the JH01 brush and just kind of like grab some product, and then I'm going to kind of just like sweep it on the skin, kind of like because it doesn't look super like glittery or anything. So I feel like this will just give me like a little bit of like a soft focus, like glow, you know, because it's not like super glittery. So I almost feel like it'll make the skin get a little bit of like creaminess, kind of like what I feel like the Hourglass powders would do. So if I use it like as a finishing powder, like it'll work better. I don't know. I feel like it does have like a certain metallicness to it that just, I mean, it doesn't look bad, but like on my forehead, you can tell kind of just like it looks almost too reflective, like almost looks too dewy. So maybe not. I don't know how to use this. I might just use this like on the body or something, but because like as highlighter, I don't think this is gonna show up on my face. Let's just see. So I'm gonna take my A23 Anastasia brush and just grab some on the brush. And I mean, it's like there, but it's like not there. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It's definitely okay. But I'm gonna grab my KKW. I'm just gonna flip it. I'm gonna grab the KKW highlighter and grab some on there. And yeah, see, like that's definitely a like highlighter that I want. This is like, I feel like just slightly too light for my skin tone, but it works because it's not like, it has that like gold shift to it. So it's not like too like stark, I guess. Yeah, over here is where I'm gonna have all the texture just come through. Yes, texture, come through, ho. I always get to like the end of my makeup and I feel like I don't have enough bronzer on. I do this every single time. I feel like I do this in every single video where I feel like I literally do not have any bronzer on, which is not true because I'm wearing like, I feel like kind of a lot. But I feel like once we get everything on, it kind of gets lost, you know? I gotta stop it there. Gotta stop it there. And last thing we need is lips. I do have this Murillo Twins lip kit, but it has a lip liner and a gloss, so I don't really have a lipstick. I did get this Pop Permanent Pout liquid lipstick, and I think the lip liner will be dark enough to make this work, and then put the gloss on top of it. So I'm first going to take the liner. This is the lip drip in Brittany. This is Brittany's lip kit, and I'm gonna take the lip liner. The lip liner is called Poppin'. So I'm first going to line my lips. So the lip liner is actually a little bit lighter than I anticipated, like, cause that looks like super dark. So I thought it was gonna be like that color, but it's a little lighter. Super creamy formula. I feel like if I didn't have like foundation or like concealer on my lips, this would be too light on my lip color. Okay, so I do love this formula of the lip liner. So I have it where I want it. Now I'm going to take the Pop Permanent Pout. What shade is this? This is called in Butter Babe. Doesn't really smell like anything. And I'm going to put this on. It's like peachier, I guess you could say. Once I kind of tapped it out with my finger, I liked it. It looked a lot better. And then I do want to go in with the gloss, but I also have this Morphe set here. So this is the Sweet Oasis Mini Gloss Trio. And this has 3 glosses. We have this paler one. This one's really cute. So I put in the center. This is called Shimmy. Then we have Groupie. This one's really cute too. It's like a neutral, like rose tone. And then we have Tipsy. This one has, it's a little bit darker, but it has more pigment to it, I think. I have these. I kind of want to go in with one of these. I think I'm going to go in with Tipsy to kind of see what happens. Oh yeah, okay. So this kind of brought the lip a little bit together. Because it's a little bit like deeper in tone. So I think it really brought out, it really took out a lot of that like peachiness that I wasn't initially loving in the lipstick. And now I'm just going to take back a Cosmetics Just Give It Better setting spray. And I'm just going to really set everything. That is like really intense fragrance. Like, I feel like it almost burns my, it definitely burns my nose. It almost burns my eyes a little bit. And yeah, I feel like the setting spray brought back some life after I baked. I lost a little bit of that. Alright guys, and that's the look I came up with. So this video was definitely kind of all over the place because this was like a first impressions kind of thing. So all of these products are new to me. I haven't tried any of them. So I love the way that everything came together, but it was definitely a little bit more of a journey for sure. So some of my like standout products, I feel like I love this highlighter from Kkw. This is so good. This is like the camo formula that I love so much already. The Murillo Twins palette. I'll have to play with this a little bit more. The bronzer colors are beautiful, but I feel like they are very sheer and you do have to build them, which again, like I said, I don't mind at all, but I think I'll just have to play with it a little bit more like on better foundation days. This blush palette blew me away. I'm definitely going to keep this like top shelf because I feel like I have like 4 blushes that I like, and this is definitely going to be one of them. I'll have to try these 2 out, which I think might be more of like blush toppers on my skin tone, but we'll see. The Morphe Gloss, I love this formula. It's definitely not sticky. It's so high shine, and I love it. I'll definitely have to try the Murillo Twins Brittany Gloss. This is called Only B. But I love the lip liner. The lip liner is so good. Definitely gonna keep that like top shelf for sure. I don't know how I feel about the liquid lipstick color. The formula felt good. It definitely dried down very well, but I don't know how much I love the color. I think it might be a little bit too pale for me and have a little bit too much like pinky peachiness. The palette is amazing, amazing, amazing. I love the, I can't wait to try the other glitters in this, but the mattes blended out so easy. I love the eye look I came up with, so good. The Pure liquid liner and the Lancome mascara are so good. I definitely will have to keep trying these. I love these. Now, when it comes to the complexion, I feel like we really flopped on the complexion. I don't know how I feel about this foundation. I'm definitely gonna have to try this like with products that I know and love. This was good for what it is. It's a tinted moisturizer. I can't really like, you know, bash it for what it is. It was sheer. It just kind of like diminished a little bit of the redness. It definitely is what it is, and it's a tinted moisturizer. The NYX Pore Filling Primer, I don't know. I just really don't think it did anything for my pores even now with everything on. I don't think it was that special. Now, the Maybelline Lasting Fix Powder, this is amazing. You have to go out and get this. Like, if you can find this, buy it. This is amazing. I like, if anything in this video did not work, this did. I love that. Now, the Dermablend Powder. this is a little bit of a different story. I'm gonna have to try this out a little bit more and really get my like real like opinion on this. I feel like if this is made with talc, I feel like this is gonna flash back. It like has to. It's white, but I feel like that's just gonna be it. I don't love this sponge. I feel like it soaked up all of my product and didn't even blend anything that well. I don't think I'm gonna use that anymore going forward. What else did I use? The Glow Recipe stuff? I don't know. Like I said, I'll have to try this again. This is heavily fragrance. So if you're sensitive to fragrance, I know I am, so I'll have to see how this goes. But I'm gonna try these out for a bit. I really love the like claims it has. Everybody on TikTok loves it. So I mean, it's gotta be a good product, right? These lashes, love. Like this particular style, I'm in love with. I love how it goes out a bit. Again, I'm gonna say this again. The lash band is a little stiff. It really is. It's not a problem for me right now. Oh look, I got a little smudge under my eye. But it's not a problem. Like you definitely got used to it as like you keep wearing it. But the lash band is kind of stiff. The Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Now this, I mean, it worked. Like my shadows are on. I don't feel like they didn't like patch. Like nothing was patchy. Everything blended perfectly. I think the initial colors really stuck on. I think I'm going to continue kind of trying this out with other palettes that I know how they perform. I don't know about this. Again, I'm gonna have to try this in some different ways. Maybe like as a very subtle highlighter, but I don't come here to play subtle. I want a beaming highlighter. I know I have texture. I know that's not the best for my skin. I don't care. I want beaming. That's the only way that I feel like a highlighter should be. If you're trying to pass yourself off as a low-key highlighter, I think that's a little bit of a different story. But I think a highlighter should be popping. I'll have to keep trying this. I still smell the coconut. Like, this is very intense. Like, I love the sprayer. It's a great spray. But that fragrance, like, I can almost taste it. Like, I need like a drink. I'll have to keep trying the eye cream, but as of right now, my under eye looks great. The concealer also looks amazing. It's not looking like weird. It's not like bunching, and that could do with the powder as well. But overall, I feel like my under eye is the best part of my complexion because I feel like my face kind of flopped with the products. But I'm gonna have to keep trying this eye cream. I love the way it made like the concealer sit. Now it could be just that combo. I'll have to try it with like my favorite concealers and see what the tea is. What are some products you think you'll like? Do you think you'll like some of the skincare, some of the color? Let me know down in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.